Welcome to Job Search Strategies, a webinar brought to you by Nova Scotia Works Employment Solutions Society. Today we'll discuss what is happening in the labor market and how that impacts your job search tools, developing an effective plan, labor market information, also known as LMI, networking, using social media for your job search, upgrading your skills, acing your job interviews, and following up. What is happening in the current labor market impacts your job search. Job searching is a time when it helps for you to be focused and prepared. Your job search strategies need to be modified to meet the current changes and demands in the labor market. Currently, this means being as comfortable as possible with computer processes, including understanding online applications and also understanding that sometimes hiring happens very quickly and sometimes very slowly, often no in between. It can also mean that once you are hired, you may be expected to do a lot of independent learning to become comfortable in your new role. Job searching, like the labor market, is ever evolving. It's important to understand that companies are still hiring. Not every occupation and industry will be affected by changes in the same way. Some organizations will need more workers than in the past, and they may need to get them on board quickly. Businesses are restructuring based on the current economic conditions, and this means new positions are being created that need to be filled. Job search tools are very important. The main two tools are your resume and cover letter. Your resume is your marketing tool. It showcases your knowledge, skills, and experience. Your cover letter outlines the link between you and the job and should complement, not duplicate, your resume. For best results, target each version of both these documents for each job you apply to. For more information on how best to do this and how best to present yourself, check out our other presentations, including how to create an effective resume and writing an outstanding cover letter. Yet another tool is networking cards. We'll talk momentarily about the importance of networking, and this is a great tool in doing so. Many people use business cards to network. Consider creating a networking card as a mini version of your resume. Networking cards, which have the look and feel of a traditional business card, give you the opportunity to provide career and contact information to people you meet in social and professional situations where it's not appropriate to hand out resumes. In a networking card, you include your name, phone number, and potentially also your email, LinkedIn address, career objective, career highlights, and your most marketable qualifications. You want your contact information on there and the key information about what makes you a great hire. Here there's some examples of networking cards. You can personalize them and make them unique. For best results, prepare for your job search. Remember that job searching is a full-time job when done well. Develop a plan and set SMART goals. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. This is a great way to achieve what you want. Organize and record your job search goals, objectives, activities, job postings that you have followed through on, interviews, contact information, and prepare yourself for a realistic job search period. Be clear on what kind of job you want. Create a list of companies that you're interested in working for. Develop a support network. This can be family, friends, mentors, and staff at Employment Solutions. Learn from others in your network. Organize your workshop and set a time each day for your search. Create a to-do list with clear action items and time frame for completion. Periodically review your progress and reevaluate your plan if needed. And reward yourself for your successes. Next, we will review 3 documents to help you stay organized and on task. If you approach your job search like a successful business person with a strategic mindset, you're likely to have great results. Here is a strategic marketing plan, which you can use in your job search. First of all, know your product. That is, have a good understanding of your strengths and what you have to offer as a worker. Be able to clearly communicate the skills and experience you bring to the table. Identify your qualifications and be prepared to back these up with specific examples. Next, package your product effectively. Create a professional resume and cover letter, and if you want, networking card. Be conscious that this is not the end of the work. It is best to edit your copies of your resume and cover letter to target them for each job you apply for that you seriously want. For more information on how to use these documents successfully, check out our resume and cover letter workshops, webinars, and recorded versions of these presentations. Next, know your market. Research your industry and identify potential employers. Then, organize your sales territory. Plan your job search where you would most like to work. This includes being aware of the labor market information in your area where you live. Then, develop an effective sales pitch and rehearse your sales pitch for cold calls, interviews, and networking. Being comfortable expressing your talents, skills, and experience to potential employers will really give you a heads up. You can do this by practicing, by talking to yourself, and by practicing with employees at Nova Scotia Works or with your support system. You want to be able to respond to common interview questions as well as quickly and clearly summarize why you will make a great employee. Finally, advertise. That means network and be proactive. Set attainable goals and make industry contacts. Here is a basic job search record. Use this or a similar document to help you stay organized and on task. You will include job search log data, including the date, company name and location that you contacted, phone number and position applied for, and other details like which version of your resume you sent, which email you used, and the outcome. This is a really great idea, especially because there is often a fairly long hiring period. This isn't always the case, but it certainly often is. And it doesn't reflect not needing companies not needing people. They very much often do. But sometimes they're so busy that the owners or hiring managers are busy doing the work that they want to hire you to do. And so it might take them a while to get back to you, even if you're a great candidate. So it will just be much better for you if you have this to refer to and you aren't caught by surprise by that phone call, which might come weeks or even months down the line from your application date. This is a daily activity log which can help you stay organized and on task. It includes a time frame, activities to be done, and whether or not you completed them. And similarly, this can help you keep track of your weekly tasks and goals. All of these documents are available by contacting Employment Solutions Societies or coming by one of our centers. Unfortunately, there is a real disconnect between how most people look for work and how employers go about looking for applicants, but understanding this can help you get ahead. So most people start with the want ads Then they go to employment and placement agencies like Nova Scotia Works Employment Solutions, which is fabulous, and we definitely want you to come and get assistance from us. But also, then they generally go to word of mouth, talking to people that they know to see if those people have any suggestions as to who is hiring, and then to direct employer contact. How employers look for applicants is almost the reverse. First, they start with internal networks, then external networks, then employment and placement agencies, and then the want ads. Knowing this can help you to better allocate your time and efforts. We recommend networking and connecting with an employment agency. That doesn't mean that it isn't useful to look at the want ads. It most certainly is, but don't spend all your time and don't put all your eggs in that basket. Effective job search planning includes understanding, especially understanding of labor market information, also known as LMI. In short, LMI is any and all information about workers, employment conditions, wages, and the state of industries, including future projections. Researching labor market information will help you to make the best decision when you are looking for a job, planning a career, or considering a change. By researching labor market information, you can learn about employment trends, working conditions, industries which are hiring or growing, education required, and salary information. Understanding LMI is a very useful tool that allows you to take control of your career path and make informed decisions. In the video notes, you will find a link to visit Nova Scotia's official LMI website for more. Finding a job becomes easier if you break it down into steps. These steps include understanding the job market, finding job openings, writing a resume, filling out applications, interviewing, and following up. Finding a job requires that you not only understand these steps, but that you take them efficiently. Understanding the job market. For many, job search just means sending out hundreds of resumes in hopes that one of them will stick. This hit or miss approach is usually not very effective and results in lengthy job searches and potentially not many job offers that you find attractive. When you better understand the job market, you can better allocate your time and resources. And part of that is understanding that there are visible and hidden jobs. Approximately 30% only of the job market is what we call visible jobs. Those are jobs that are on job boards, social media, and are publicly posted through employment agencies. Then there's the hidden job market. To get at that, you need to network, make direct contact with employers, and HR connections. Making the most of this information requires a shift in your approach, but look at the huge amount of opportunities it will open up. 70% of the job market that was not really available to you before will become available to you, and you're much more likely to have job results that you're satisfied with. So, the visible job market, just because it's only 30% of the market doesn't mean you should forget about it. There's still good opportunities there. These include online job sites, which include Indeed, Workopolis, the Government Job Bank, Nova Scotia Works Digital Channel, which also has a lot of other great job search tools. All the links to those will be in the notes of this video. Libraries are often a great source of information, including also chambers of commerce, company websites, career fairs, and employment agencies like Nova Scotia Works Employment Solutions. We would be more than happy to help you. So get in touch and learn how we can do that. A bit more now about those hidden jobs. Hidden job leads are those openings you aren't aware of because they haven't been announced publicly. The key to finding hidden jobs is to make contact with people who make hiring decisions in companies you'd like to work for. When a job does become available, they will already know who you are and consider you for it. Or sometimes people will just bring you opportunities that they think you'll be good for. The two best methods of tapping the hidden job market are direct contact and networking. Making direct contact. Nearly half of all the people get their jobs through networking. So, to be successful with your networking campaign, you should take the following steps. Research and screen organizations that you're interested in. Identify the hiring officials in these organizations. Send a well-crafted cover letter and resume, and then ask for an interview. Generally, networking is super important, and it's simply getting to know people. Whether you realize it or not, you're already networking every day, everywhere you go. Whenever you strike up a conversation with somebody, that is a form of networking. Everyone you meet can potentially help you move your job search forward. Everyone knows people who just seem to be lucky in work, who opportunities just seem to come to them. But if you think about it, those people are probably very social and have a wide range of people that they know, and they probably also have a good work ethic and either a big skill set or a very specific skill set. So then, when the people that they know are aware of jobs opportunities, they think of this person and they think, I want them on my team. I want to work with them, or I want to help them out, or I think that they would fit really well with this. So I've known people like this, and it really just seems, if you don't think about it, like they're lucky, like opportunity just drops into their lap. But if you stand back a little bit, you see that whether or not it was intentional, they've been networking this whole time, and that's why it seems like they're so lucky in work. So, to summarize about the hidden job market, what is it? It's positions available but not advertised, and it tends to be approximately 60 to 80% of the job market. So, we usually just say approximately 70%. Why is it hidden? Great question. Advertising is often expensive, time consuming, and often does not produce the best results. How do you access the hidden job market? By making networking a habit, contacting employers directly, and using socials. Business networking is the process of meeting others to exchange information, making new professional contacts, and creating helpful relationships. These relationships are useful when you're looking for a job, to develop your skills, and to increase your industry knowledge. You can connect with someone who works in the same field or a company you're interested in, or who could provide you with a reference or client in the future. Knowing how to network professionally will make it easier and faster for you to form valuable connections. Whether you attend business networking events in person, online, or both, following these networking tips can increase your confidence and efficacy. Talk to new people at networking events. Attend new events. Try to create authentic relationships. A great way to do this is to find things that you have in common. Bring a memorable business card. Be confident. Stay connected. Help others in your network. Revisit older connections. Find new connections online. And make a habit of maintaining relationships once they've been established. Why network? Well, it's effective. Most job seekers spend their time checking and responding to want ads, and while this can yield results, most employers hire the least number of people this way. 60 to 80% of all jobs are not advertised, so build your network. Identify companies you want to work for, contact them directly. Send a resume, check back periodically, and show that you're enthusiastic and want to be part of their team. Cold calling employers. This is a tool that you can use even if you are not sure that there are job openings currently at an organization or company. You can use cold calling to speak with potential hiring managers to inquire about jobs and other opportunities. They may take your information even if they don't have anything at the time, or you might get lucky and they might be hiring right when you call. So have a plan before you pick up the phone. Make a list of organizations you would like to work for, research those organizations, and find out who is in charge of hiring so you know who to ask for. Prepare your introduction and make contact. Have a clear and realistic objective for the phone call. Usually, the optimal time to call is between 8 and 9 a.m. or 4 and 5 p.m., but this depends on the company, so check their hours. Introduce yourself and state why you're calling. Then, especially if everything goes well, ask if you can schedule an interview. Online social networking should be one more tool in your job search toolkit. It is using the internet to connect with companies and individuals to get advice and uncover job leads. So, social media, as you know, is always changing. It includes Facebook, Twitter, or X at the moment, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Social media sites are good tools to use in your work search. They can help you find opportunities and showcase your abilities in innovative ways. They can also give you great tips in your job search. Be conscious that your social media identity is very important. It is everything that has been posted to social media about you. This includes photos, videos, words. These things tell employers a lot about you. So you need to create a positive impression. Facebook. If you use it for career purposes, it's important to clean up your profile, and I'll talk more about this momentarily. Twitter or X has become a useful tool for job seekers and employers. When you follow a user, you can see their messages or tweets, and you can search for tweets about job openings and send a link to your resume. LinkedIn is possibly the most useful site when it comes to professional jobs. Over 131 million people use it and keep up to date with their industry, have discussions, let recruiters know whether or not they are looking for jobs, search for job postings, have discussions, find job openings. This is really the hub of where professional social media happens. Many people are on TikTok. Be very conscious of what you post. That includes videos and comments. Just take great care with your social media presence. If there is anything at all potentially controversial or off-putting to employers in your current personal social media, it's advisable to delete or at least set to private anything potentially controversial that may not cast you in the best light. You may want to change your username to not be your full name on your personal accounts. Many professionals use their first and middle names for their accounts, for their personal accounts, so that those personal accounts that they want to keep are less easy for professionals to find. Now, keeping those up, depending what's on them, is a calculated risk, depending how hard they want to try. Um, Potential employers can still possibly find you, especially if you have pictures, because they can use Google Lens search. So this is not to worry anybody. This is just to be conscious that everything that you put out there is potentially part of the information that they are assessing when they decide whether or not they want you as part of their team. So if you are all done setting your personal social media either to private or clearing it up to a point where you're comfortable with the content on it, you may want to then create social media pages exclusively for professional networking, in which you use your legal name Usually you will then have your account public and you'll be conscious of putting your best foot forward to ensure you're presenting yourself in only a good light. Or you can keep your current accounts and just be aware to behave professionally and set any potentially contentious or harmful content to private. You may want to search your name in Google to see what comes up. It is possible to a degree to manage those search results if they're not currently flattering. This is really not to scare anyone, but the reality is that many companies have chosen not to hire candidates because the hiring manager didn't like what they saw in their social media. The reality of our world is that hiring managers are likely to be searching your name, so be aware and take control of what they're seeing. It's a great idea to continuously be upgrading your skills. You may have some extra time in your hands, and if you do, this is an opportunity to upgrade your skills. There's many opportunities to work on your skill set online. Now is the perfect time to work on boosting your qualifications. You may want to analyze job descriptions of jobs that you are interested in by listing each required skill and experience. Then consider whether you have that skill or if you haven't used it in a few years, and then use that information to determine what you need to make yourself the best candidate that you possibly can for the kind of job that you want. There are plenty of free online courses. So again, in the notes, there'll be some links to places that you can find out about um, different training opportunities, including what we call MOOCs. That is short for Massive Open Online Courses. These are almost always free and they have a great wide range of information. When you get to the job interview stage, of course, you want to ace that interview. When you're offered an interview, know that the business or organization has already decided that you almost certainly have the ability to do the job based from your application materials. You've been screened in and this is your time to shine. It's important to remember interviews are a two-way exchange of information. The purpose of an interview is to get you a job offer. And it is also an opportunity for you to decide if this opportunity is right for you. Interviews present an opportunity for employers and job seekers to learn more about each other and see if there is a mutual fit for the position and the organization. So, take the time to prepare, research the company, anticipate potential questions, prepare responses in practice, be professional, and follow up. It's increasingly common to have remote job interviews, that is, interviews by computer meeting like Zoom or Teams, or by phone. Here's some tips for remote interviews, particularly video conference interviews. Look presentable and professional. Make sure to test your mic and webcam in advance. Prepare questions about the company and the role. Be prepared to answer any common and uncommon interview questions. Be as prepared as you can. Analyze yourself beforehand. What can you bring to this company and role? Have notes with you to make sure you don't forget to mention anything important. Always remember to ask about the recruitment process, particularly the timeline, like when you can expect to hear back. And of course, thank the recruiter for their time. A common type of interview is the informational interview. Most interviews will have at least some informational elements. So what is it? This is an opportunity for the employer to find out more about you and for you to find out more about the opportunity and company culture. You will see if your qualifications fit and establish a network contact. The benefits of preparing for and engaging in an informational interview may include that you can determine if this company is a good fit for you. It may lead to other opportunities if this one doesn't pan out, and it may help you to build confidence and self efficacy. Remember to check out Interview Skills, our interview skills presentation, which is available here on YouTube. It is also available in webinar and in-person workshop form via our calendar. or touch base with our staff to be as prepared as possible for the interview process. Remember that interviews are a two-way exchange of information, so it is important to ask good questions. 6 smart questions to ask the interviewer include: what skills does the ideal candidate for this position have? How is performance measured in this job? Can you describe a typical day for this position? What are the company's biggest challenges currently? What do you like most about working for this company? What are the immediate challenges a recruit faces in this job? These are all great questions. If I had to say that I had a favorite, it would probably be a typical day in this position because that really gives you an idea of what you're getting into. Follow up. After submitting your resume, follow up within approximately 2 weeks by telephone or email unless you've been explicitly asked not to follow up. This shows enthusiasm and ambition and could identify you from other candidates and give you a heads up. After an interview, follow up within approximately a week. This reminds the interviewer that you're a strong candidate for a job and indicates that you're still interested and should be given serious consideration. Check out the rest of our YouTube channel for more recorded presentations, including on resume, cover letters, interview skills, and career decision making. Also, check out our website calendar for information on live webinars and in-person workshops. This is updated monthly, and we have lots of other topics as well as the ones listed previously. In your search, be patient, hopeful, and kind. The last several years have changed the ways businesses work, sometimes lengthening the time it takes to hire. If you're not hearing back on jobs as quickly as you'd like, don't be discouraged. Instead, be patient and kind to hiring managers and your networking connections and stay hopeful. The hiring process may be a little longer and different from what you're used to, but you'll get there. When you do, take time to thank those who helped you with your job search. One more thing to remember, you're not in this alone. You can find Nova Scotia Works Employment Solutions on our website at www.empsolutions.ca. We're at Facebook, on Instagram, we're on Twitter or X, we're on LinkedIn, and of course here on YouTube. To contact us by email with general inquiries, email info@empsolutions.ca. And to contact us regarding workshops and webinars, events at empsolutions.ca. And you can visit our website at www.empsolutions.ca and also our Facebook page at Nova Scotia Works. You can visit or call our locations in Bridgewater at 215 Dominion Street, phone number 902-543-2479. At our Chester location, 3785 Highway 3 in Chester, our Hubbards location, 10 Point Richard Green Lane in Hubbards, and our Liverpool location, 176 Main Street in Liverpool, and that phone number is 902-356-2039. Our toll-free number is 866-711-0411, and call ahead of time, especially for the Chester and Hubbards locations, please. Thank you. If you're unfamiliar with Nova Scotia Works Employment Solutions Society, or even if you are, stay tuned for a moment because we have so much to offer. Our mission is to enhance the employability of all individuals in our community through learning and inclusive services. That means we're here to help you. So feel free to come by our centers to pick up informational materials, ask questions, use our services and technology for your career search, and receive helpful assistance from our staff. We have many services available free of charge to both registered and non-registered clients. In fact, all our services are free of charge. These include regular presentations, both in person and online, and recorded like this one, on a variety of employment, wellness, and education related topics. Access to computers, printers, and fax for job search purposes. Assistance with many aspects of your job search, including creating your resume and cover letter, interview preparation, navigating career transitions, planning your career path, referrals to other helpful community services and programs, disability and accommodation supports, learning about local labor markets and how these impact you, accessing retraining programs, work experience programs, or exploration of entrepreneurship. Consider registering to take advantage of our case management service. Our case managers are dedicated, kind, respectful professionals who are eager to help you realize your goals. You and your case manager are a team. You work together and you're the one always in the driver's seat. Think of the case manager as a helpful guide who will assist you to determine and reach your goals. You're always empowered and in charge of the process. Even if you feel confident that you know how to job search, their assistance and support can still be very valuable. Your case manager can help you to determine if you're eligible for various funding programs which you may be interested in, and they can also assist you to navigate those application processes. They also often know about jobs that aren't posted publicly and can help you to work out any uncertainty you may have regarding where you want to go and how best to get there. Even the best writers, including of resumes and cover letters, sometimes make little errors, and having a second or third set of eyes on your documents can make or break an application. Also, as I mentioned, all our services are free, so sign up today. You have nothing to lose and so very much to gain. So contact us at Employment Solutions Society for additional assistance.